myself to God to be used to bring this good news to others, both by my example and by my words. Happy are those who are persecuted because they do what God requires. Matthew 5:10. Also in conjunction with step 12, which is having a spiritual experience as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Basically, we know. Walking and living as we say we're living. Brothers and sisters, if someone is caught in a sin, you who live by the Spirit should restore that person gently. But watch yourself, or you also may be tempted. Galatians 6:1. If God had a favorite word, I think it would be yield. He would ask us to yield and think about our decisions, and the consequences for not only us and for each other, and what they can do to others. In principle A, as I yield myself to be used to bring this good news to others, both by my example and by my words. It is often said that God never wastes a hurt. He made it where what hurts we may help you overcome. Made it where what hurts we may help you overcome and thought through sharing as we heal together. Many of us have different addictions and many different roles and things that have led us to hurts, habits, and hang-ups. But to the basis of it, we usually all have the same problems, the same things from our past, and things that we're going through that led us to the roads, to those hurt habits and hang-ups. And getting in these groups, we learn that we are not so much different from each other. Principle A is putting our faith into action. James 2:17 says, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, it is dead. Active faith is important to God. We are saved and are sanctified through Christ, but we help others. Our faith is the call to be active and to help others, and to help others walk, and to lead them to God. That is what's needed, or to help strengthen their relationship with God and help them find a different way to live. God doesn't save us, only our faith and surrender. Christ can do that. So don't get that wrong. This works is not going to get you there. Your belief is what Christ wants in your heart, is what Christ wants. It is through our actions that we demonstrate to God and to others the commitment we have to faith in Jesus Christ. People are more likely to follow us due to our actions and how we live our lives. They're not, we can say everything we want, but if we don't walk it out, it's hard for people to believe you or want to follow and change and to see what, bring them to see what the change is about that you have that they may want and what can make their life. In recovery, we commit first to becoming our best selves. And when we focus on helping each other to change their lives, helping others to change their lives as well. So, this is helping, giving our time. Two key phrases to remember: carry the message and give back. Give or giving and how it relates to principle A. We don't give in unhealthy ways. So no more, we don't overgive ourselves to the point where it brings us back to hurts, habits, or hang-ups, and we don't go into situations that can lead us back to our old habits or any triggers that may cause us to do that. Don't give any ways that will hurt us or cause us to relapse into our codependent or addictive behaviors. Principle A is referring to healthy, non-codependent giving of oneself without the slightest trace of expecting to receive back. We don't give to receive honor. We don't give to receive an award. Nobody gives. I mean, some people do probably, but we give what we have because it was freely given to us. Matthew 10:8. Freely you have received, freely give. God is working on me, and one is giving others around me. It is to give you. My problem is when I asked Tanya to be more useful and because I've really been holding back and just keeping my own recovery to myself. And so when I asked her and she gave me this one, it was kind of funny to me because I do have a problem with giving, and it's my time. And also, I've tried to help people, and sometimes working in recovery can be hard to give to others, and then some people grow and some people fall away, but they do come back. So it is hard for me to open myself up to growing with people and then facing the go forward and to give and to not sit in my recovery where I'm at. The part I must give is not coming easy, but it is necessary for me to keep my recovery. God is asking me to give. Don't forget to do good and to share with those in need. Hebrews 3:16. And our acronym for this lesson is GIVE. God first, I becomes we, victory shared, example of your actions. G stands for God first. When we place God first in our lives, we realize that everything we have is a gift from Him. We realize that our recovery is not dependent or based on material things. It is built on our faith and to follow Jesus Christ's direction. We can chase other things and material things in this life, but I can be the one to tell you, and many others can, it will never make you happy. It will never give you that fullness in your heart that Jesus can give. I've tried it, many others have tried, and we always want the next best thing. Romans 8:32. Since He did not spare even His own Son, but gave Him up for us all, won't He also give us everything else? God is a good Father. He wants to give you a life that you can only dream of. I went from points in my addiction where I didn't want to live or I couldn't see the next day in front of me. And honestly, I live a life that I'm so happy for, and it is true because I have a job that I love and He's given me everything tenfold. Sorry. We are never more like God than when we give. Not just money or things, but when we give of our very selves. That's what Jesus did for us. That's what He did for me, and I'm going to let Him do it for you. He gives us the greatest gift of all, Himself. When I give, I becomes we. If you notice, none of our steps and principles begin with I. The very first word in step 1 is we. This is a powerful way. We don't have to be alone. In addiction, how many of us were stuck and alone in dark places? This is a different way of living. We admit that we're powerless over our addictions and compulsive behaviors, and our lives had become unmanageable. We admit it. We all have some kind of hurt, habit, hang-up. None of us are perfect. We all have something. I'm learning just as you are. This is a weed program. I don't have it all figured out. I have many downfalls. The Lord has taken my drug addiction, but there are things that pop up every day that I'm still working on. The word we is in our step 14, in our steps 14 times. You won't find the word I. The road to recovery is not meant to be walked alone. You can try, but it is very hard. Isolation is not a part of recovery. When we isolate, we only hurt ourselves. Matthew 22:37-39. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And it is a great feeling when you give to others and when your time, or even just 5 minutes, you feel the tug in your heart that the Lord places. Ecclesiastes 4:9. 2 are better than 1, are better off, because today they can work more effectively. If one of them falls down, the other can help him. But if someone's alone, there is no one to help him up. 2 can resist attack that would defeat one person alone. B is for victory shared. God never wastes a hurt. We walk through what we walk through, not because it was something that we were destined to go through that, potentially, but God uses it so we can give, and that we can help somebody else up. And where I can reach one person, somebody else may be able to reach that person because I haven't been there. So we all have our own hurts and habits, but there is someone in this group who can help. Principle 8 gives us the opportunity to share our experiences, victories, and hopes with one another. We aren't here to fix one another. I can't fix myself. I've tried. Every day that I tell myself I'm going to be good today, I fail. The Lord and each other, we can talk to each other and help each other walk. Deuteronomy 11:2. Remember that what we've learned about the Lord through our experience with Him. We help others. This is how it was for me. This is the experience of what happened to me. This is how I gained the strength to begin my recovery, and there's hope for you. I was not able to do it alone. Many times I had tried. One last hit, one last day, one last time. It never worked out, and I would find myself in the same place, going back to the same places and the same people. But I did get help through AA, recovery, rehab, and was able to find people who helped give their time to me and who helped to walk with me through these steps. Corinthians 1:3-4. Give thanks to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the merciful Father, the God from whom all help comes from. He helps us in all our troubles, using the same help that we ourselves have received from God. Revelation. You sing. You sing. We sing of His goodness and His mercy through praise, but the slang for sing is to confess or to act as a former or to squeal. We give by using our testimony. We used to use drugs on our own, but now we are using the testimony of our use and of our habits and to squeal about the devil, and so he can no longer hold us prisoner. And we confess that God helps us get out of our emotions and mental prisons. The enemy of our soul hates us singing. He hates us helping each other. He hates us lifting each other up, keeping each other out of darkness and out of our addictions and out of our pains and out of our codependency. So y'all sing. Everybody sing. Give and help somebody else. Romans 8:28. We know that all that happens to us is working for our good if we love God and are fitting into His plans. He called me according to His plan, and because I am answering God's call, I can stand here as an example that God works all things for good according to His purpose. To God be the glory. I want to spend the rest of my life doing recovery work, learning from Sister Tanya and many others to not hold back and to give and to learn to be more giving. It serves and it has brought and brings me joy. It has bring heartache, but there will be joy and there is more to come. Example of your actions. We've all heard the phrase, actions speak louder than words. And that is true. A person is more likely to follow us when we live these examples out than if we were to talk about them and then live otherwise. Good intentions die unless they are put into action. In James 1:22, we are exhorted to be doers of the word, to be of help to another. We are to bring the good news to others. We are going to spread the gospel, spread our story, help not only in our faith, but in our recovery. Step 12. It doesn't say to bring a little good news or to bring good news only to others who are recovering. We can tell everybody. We've heard the term Sunday Christian. It's my prayer that we don't just do recovery on Thursday nights from 6 to 8:30. Our goal is to be doers, to live 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, which yes, may be hard. Let our lives be filled with recovery, here and everywhere we go. Invite our friends and our enemies. Works, actions, not words, are proof of our love for God and another person. Faith without works is like a car without gasoline. It doesn't work. John 3:18. My children, love must not be a matter of words or talk. It must be genuine and show itself in action. We can do things all the time, but if it's not backed by love, it's going to fall short. And sometimes, I don't know how it is for some people, but for me, I'm very hard-headed. So when I feel that tug to give or to do, feel better about it, and it does become more genuine. But it is taking time to get there. Giving and serving is a thermostat of our love. We can give without loving. That's what happens in a codependent relationship. We may give out of obligation or expectations of what we might receive. We can give without loving, but we can't love without giving. Right. The Lord spreads his message through the 8 principles and 12 steps. We are instruments for delivering the good news. The way we live will show others our commitment to our program and to our Lord and to them. Luke 18:16 in the Message version. No one lights a lamp, then covers it with a wash tub or shoves it under the bed. No, you set it up on the lampstand so those who enter the room can see their way. We're not hiding things. We're bringing everything out to the open. I was tired of living in the dark. God found me in the dark, and he brought me out. And now it's my time to share what I have. Reminder, we are only as sick as our secrets. Find somebody you trust. You don't have to tell everybody everything that goes on in your life or what has happened. Find somebody you trust, find a recovery partner or a sponsor, and bring those things to life so we can help each other heal. Let's bring recovery to everyone we meet. Those in our workplace, those in our schools, those even in the gas station. This isn't just for a place for addicts. This is home for anyone with hurts, habits, and hangups. When we celebrate something, it's usually not done quietly. We aren't hoarders. Let's sweep out the cobwebs, vacuum the floors, unstack those boxes. Let's help everybody unstack their boxes that are hidden behind doors. Let's work through the hurts, habits, and hangups, and let's experience freedom together.